Alright, plant family. My name is Malik, the fly plant guy, and I'm here to tell you guys a little bit about terrariums and show you how to make a beautiful terrarium with just a few dollars. A lot of people, they want to charge you this outrageous amount. No, no, no. So, first of all, we're going to get we'll say the pot or the terrarium itself that will go in, which what I got was, you know, it's for like a little candy jar. Came with like this lid, dollar store, for, wait for it, wait for it, $1.25. So, got that. I've been propagating some pepperoniums. We have an aloe plant with all these little babies in here. My girlfriend happened to knock it over, and she was sad, but we're gonna use them. I have this really cool succulent, and it has like these super good colors. You can see the red on there. If I can get you a really good, yeah. So to me, that red, I like to have a little color in there because it adds that extra pop, you know. And then we have these little succulent guys. I love these guys. But they haven't been growing big enough, so we won't put them in there. So, I recommend to take, definitely, you always want to have some perlite. Because what the perlite's going to do, it's going to keep that drainage in there so the water doesn't get too low. The perlite will soak it up, you know what I'm saying, and it won't get waterlogged at the bottom. Then you can have any all-purpose soil mix. Yeah, mix. A lot of people, they get potting soil. Potting soil, no good. That's for outside yard work. Potting mix indoor plants. So I simply did, I took some of my perlite. Honestly, with succulents, aloes, I like to do a 50-50. Sometimes you can even do a 60-40 mix. And that'll be 60 perlite, 40 potting mix. For this one, I just did a 50-50 because I'm gonna water them sparingly. So first, what we're gonna do, what I would do is I'm gonna take one of my pepperoniums, and I cut these off the mother plant like, I would say like a month ago, and we got some roots going on there. You could let the roots go a little longer, just so you would have more of a successful transition, but this is completely fine. About a half an inch long. They would tip. The recommended is about an inch long. So the only kind of difficult part would be is putting it in the terrarium. Will be alright. I put at least, so what I would say take your finger, stick a hole in there so you can guide your first cutting cleanly in there. Water around them. Since there is no water in it now, makes it a tad bit more difficult, but, and as you can see, that's my first piece. It's my little terrarium. Next, I would go with a little mini aloe that, remember, we got from the plant that my girlfriend knocked over. So here's a little baby aloe. Take him. You know what? I think I'm gonna invest in like some tweezers. I think tweezers would be easier for you, but it doesn't matter. So I put him all in the back there. If you can see him back there. Yeah. Put him there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take one of my babies from here, and these guys work really good because they have lots of roots. These are actually individual little plants, but they come all together to give it that bushy look. There's somebody in the corner over here. And it is a little tricky, honestly. When working with these little terrariums like this, it is a little tricky, but not impossible. Show you how far we're getting now. Isn't that cool? Got your little baby back there. It's so cool. And now, as you see what I mean, if you have everything that's green in there, there's no pop. There's nothing that can get there and set it off and pop it. So that's when we bring our sedums with a pop. Just trying to find the right one for this particular aquarium. Aquarium, terrarium. So I found this little guy. What this is going to do is going to add that contrast so everything is not just green and stuck together. When I get some water in here, it'll be a lot easier. Now you can see that color right there. You see how that adds just a whole nother feel, another look to your little terrarium. I think lastly I'm gonna put some dolphins in here. And as if no one's, when I say dolphins, if they're these string of dolphins, if you guys are familiar to those. And like I said, once the water gets put in here, I can really arrange them how I want because they'll stay. String of dolphins, where are you? And these are my little string of dolphins. Give you guys a look. You can see how they're nice and long. And I feel like that would be a great, something real good for our terrariums. They're very easy, well maintenance, and it'll hang over. Give it like that cascading effect. I had a couple that I already had. Yeah, I already was thinking about these. So I had these pre-separated because I've been thinking about making this baby for a little while now. And I said, why not the first time make it be on air, right? Trying to find, oh, there he is. This is another one that I already pre-took off. Specifically for this. And voila, that right there. See a string of dolphins popping up front, giving you that cascade look out towards you. We have our terrarium right there. And like I said, the water is going to be your key to making sure your guys stick together. So I just take a little spray bottle. And this is basically the glue to your whole operation. I see a lot of stores and stuff, they like to put glue on stuff. Nah, you can just put some water and some dirt, bro, and it's going to stick. And you need to put water on them anyway. When you always want to put a little water on it anyway when you're first planting all your succulents and peperoniums and aloes. The water, that's what the water does. And now, you keep on falling. I'm gonna put some rocks. And now, now we just need to put some rocks in there. Look at that. So cool. Then we're gonna put some rocks in there, and that'll be the finished product. I'm gonna give you a shot of the finished product with the rocks after this.